of the master lift station has failed us on numerous occasions. So hurricane season definitely, but just like he said the other day at 2:30 or 3 a.m. He's up and at that, so it's needed.
Okay.
Oh, yes, I just wanted, so we can know how quickly we need to come up with a decision.
Did Melvin, did they say for the propane tank, was he saying 6 or 8 weeks, or?
But it's set up, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we, either way, we're gonna be well into the season before we can get the replacement, the new. So do we need to plan for an additional call meeting, or once the quotes have come in? Or how can we keep this moving progressively forward? Because we don't want it to be a lag time, especially when we're facing hurricane season.
So, Mr. Mayor, may I answer that? My recommendation would be that you allow staff to continue to get the necessary equipment. When we get that, I'm going to touch base with, and this will be done on an emergency basis at this point. The emergency procurement does allow for staff, after consulting with the mayor and the attorney, to make the purchase. Before we do that, I'll contact each one of you and let you know exactly what's going on. Then, at our very next meeting, we'll have it back to ratify. So, I think time is of the essence. We were going to put this in front of you to vote on tonight, but we kind of got bogged down with some of the information and wanted to be clear. So, we would like to be making this purchase before the end of the week, if at all possible.
When is the next meeting?
That's what I wanted to hear, that we can rapidly get
So
this
if
in
it's an
place,
emergency, we can't wait till the next
as soon as
meeting, right?
possible.
I'm sorry.
I said it's an
Mm-hmm.
emergency, we wouldn't
So
be
what
able
we'll
to
do,
wait till the next meeting?
Okay, I'm sorry, just.
We'll ratify at the next meeting. Right. We'll go
Okay.
ahead and do it.
Alrighty, what we'll do is, we'll just, have the conversation.
I'm
and
not
then
sure I
we'll see
understood
what.
your question fully.
Okay, we'll just have that question asked, so we can all, benefit from it. McConnell, and then Councilwoman Webb.
Okay.
I think maybe we better, once you know what the delivery date's gonna be, we might need to, I know we rented generators from,
Sunshine.
Sunbelt,
Sunbelt, I mean.
Mhm.
so maybe we need to do something to get one from them so that this thing don't go down in hurricane season.
We reached out to them today,
Did you?
as a matter of
Okay.
fact, so.
And just to kind of help everyone with a little ease, we do have what we call a trash pump there now. When the power's out, we can pump it down. In the case of emergency, we can pump it down. Just like on Sunday, it went down and we pumped it down. We would just have to keep refueling that pump, but we can control it as long as we got diesel and the fuel we need.
But
We have
you-
something to pump down. We have like a standby.
But you
emergency.
wouldn't wanna be out there in a hurricane pumping it down.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Although we have
But
dedicated
aftermath,
staff
yeah.
that would do it, so, okay.
It's a
Council-
tough task.
Okay, Councilwoman Webb?
He answered the question. I was gonna ask if would we have enough time to make a decision, the next meeting would be enough time for us to make a decision, and if something were to happen, what would be the outcome? You're saying we'll pump it down, and then kind of made a perfect point, like, would you want to be out there in the storm? So, yeah.
Can't be out there.
So here's a consideration to that, and I just want to make sure everyone was a participant in it, because it was a good question. This was placed on the agenda, so it is considered an action item. We don't have all of the information. We wanted to get different proposals. So what we can do, because it's going to take time to build it. They don't have like 100 kWs just all over the place. You go pick one out. They have to build it, and so that's going to be in terms of turnaround time. So that's going to elongate the time. So what we can do, and I'll get some clarification if needed from our attorney, is that we can vote an amount up to a certain amount to purchase, and give enabling powers to our director and the town manager, right, to purchase it up to an amount. Right. So we can do that, understanding we don't want to be caught, right? And then we may have supply chain issues on its way.
Mhm.
A whole lot of things can be factors. So, Alrighty?
So is that
That is-
something we could do tonight?
You certainly could do that. I don't know that if the manager is indicating that this is really an emergency procurement, I don't know that you need to do that. He can, there's been enough
Under the
discussion. You could
emergency.
do that tonight if you want to authorize a not to exceed amount. I think the concern, when I spoke with Manager Metcalf right before this meeting, was he didn't have a number for you to approve, so without having the formal quote for this
Right.
meeting, that was the concern. But you could do that if that's the council's pleasure. You don't need to do that if you don't want to do it. He could just make the purchase under the emergency procurement section of your code and then bring it back to you to ratify.
Okay. I think so. We are considering emergency, yeah. All right, so we won't need to do that. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. Okay, so with that, we have all of the information. We've had sufficient conversation. Any other questions or comment? Okay. All right,
How
thanks.
much?
Hmm?
How much?
No, actually,
The one I received.
we don't know it right now,
today
so.
at 5:30 was 59K, and the gentleman, I asked him about the diesel one, and he said it was gonna be very close,
Mhm.
so.
Okay, so we're looking at
Just-
between 60, 65 grand.
Yeah.
Okay, give or take. Okay.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Okay, well, thanks, we appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Oh, thanks so much.
My only other concern is budgetarily, we have the funds to massage that amount in emergency funds.
Great question. Yes, ma'am, we do. We still have ARPA funding remaining, so we do have that.
Great, okay.
Okay, thanks so much, we appreciate it. Okay. Alrighty, so with that, now we're gonna go back to our agenda, that being, reports. We're now at item 9, if you're following along, and this is our departments.
So we're
Ken?
not gonna- so not
Mayor,
gonna do
Vice
that
Mayor, and
tonight?
Council, briefly, just really two things for you. Just a reminder, I think we do have 2 people that have said they would like to go to the Black Elected Officials Scholarship Luncheon this Saturday. Just wanted to confirm that.
I need to write it down.
Buchanan Webb, Davis Quince is who I have down. And before we write the check, I just wanted to confirm that they wanted to go, or if anyone else wanted to go.
Okay.
So, in your travel budget for elected officials, legislative, you're down to about 1,600. So from here to the end of the year is going to be pretty sparse. So just wanted to bring that to your attention. And the only other thing that I want to just quickly comment on, just to remind council a little bit, this septic to sewer, this is something that citizens asked us for. And citizens then came and said, you're doing the sewer, what about the water? We don't have water in that area. So we stopped, we pivoted, we went back, and we tried to come up with ways to do both. And of course, I think it was the vice mayor that said one time, if you're going to tear up the road, let's make sure we do everything. And that's how we arrived here tonight. So for the citizens and also for council, this is something we were asked to do. So everyone sitting up here has been to Tallahassee on a couple of occasions, beating up our lobbyists to try to get money, and this is how we arrived here. So I just wanted to put that on the record as a reminder. This is something citizens have asked for.
Wow.
So that's all that I have. I do have my manager's report. If you have any questions based on that, I'm happy to answer that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank
All right,
you.
so with that, we'll continue on.
Heard that.
BBSO? Okay, thanks so much. Any questions or comments for Ms. Lottie?
Yes, I do. About that lighting on West Place, I believe you can call FNL and tell them it's very dangerous and dark, and I believe they'll come put poles up for you real fast, quick, in a hurry. So give them a call and they'll come out and light it up.
Well, I don't mind saying this on the record either. Nothing with FPL's fast.
Yeah, well, if you tell
I
them it's
mean, but
dangerous.
the sooner you put in your request.
If you
the
tell them it's
sooner.
dangerous and people can be
Mhm.
killed or die, sometimes they move quick.
Okay.
Right. Well,
Okay, so we'll put in a call. Okay.
We will.
Okay, thanks. I'll certainly put in a call. And we're also speaking with the construction companies for that. I just call it a temporary construction. They do that all the time,
Yeah.
so
Security
we'll have
lighting.
2 things going.
Yeah.
Okay. Roddy, any questions for PBSO? Okay, thank you so much. Hearing none. Mitty, you have anything?
Nothing specifically, just an apology to the manager and to the mayor. I forgot to notate the added 4C on the correct page, so I didn't catch when that was overlooked. So I apologize for not
Oh,
catching
Not
that.
accepted.
Oh, it's quite okay. And for the public's 10 seconds, I'm used to having a hard copy of the agenda, so I just kind of, I wrote it on here and didn't have a hard agenda, so I didn't look, so my apologies as well.
And I wrote it in the wrong place, so apologies.
Well, not a problem. Okay, so with that, we'll go to our council comments. Councilwoman Davis?
Oh, yes, thank you, ladies, for coming, and that was very well said. And I'm so glad you're enjoying your senior program. Invite others out, because it's.
I had a senior moment. Can I just please say one thing? Senior moment. Thank you so much for the permanent ramp that was installed at the center. Now that, you know, those that are handicapped can have a way to get into the center without that other piece of metal moving and shuffling. So we have a permanent piece, so thank you.
Oh, you're more than welcome.
Also, someone mentioned to me about that curtain. If we can have that curtain taken down and have that wall plastered or drywall or Durock or something put up to make that
Yeah,
nice
I
and
think-
smooth and pretty.
We can, I think there's some legalities though to the, having the garage doors remain. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I think, but
Yeah,
we definitely look at it.
Because most times, as long as you got 2 exit doors, it's legal.
Just.
No, it's
State.
state, it's a
State,
FEMA
state.
building,
Yeah.
so you can't remove them.
Years ago, when you converted from
Say it
a
again, I
fire
can't.
station to a community center, they wouldn't allow you to enclose the garage doors.
Okay, all right, well, now
There's
we
some
know.
grant that,
Well,
when they did that.
Well, maybe we
for
just
that.
change
We
the
would have
curtain.
to check to see if it changed, but that's why you never could close in the garage doors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Change the curtain, yeah, change the curtain.
Okay. We
From
can change the
black to
color scheme, but we
beautiful.
can't.
Okay.
Right.
We'll do something.
Yes,
Yes.
right. Correct. As the clerk stated, there was a prohibition for, I would love some translucent block at the time or something like that, but we couldn't. But yes, we'll have the attorney take a look to see if that period of time, if it was sort of, as that time has expired, or if it was in perpetuity that we can't. And if we can, we'll lock it in and, yeah. Okay. All righty. Anything else, Councilwoman Davis?
No, thank you. Oh, my grass, my media grass, I'm still waiting. It looked so good, I'm just waiting on the grass to go down.
On Australian, grass was put down this past weekend.
Okay,
Need a lot of rain.
okay.
But they did. It's looking pretty brown
We need a
right
water
now.
truck.
We need a lot of water. Our water truck went into the shop around the same time, bad timing. But luckily, thank the good Lord, we did get some rain, heavy rain yesterday. So the grass, we did put on Australian this past weekend.
Okay, we're moving right along. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yes, ma'am.
All righty, you're welcome.
That's it.
Councilwoman Webb?
I submitted. No, I just wanted to tell our residents, thanks for coming out, and we do hear your issues and your concern, especially with the upcoming improvement that we're about to make, and traffic is gonna be real, I mean, traffic is bad now, and it's gonna be really chaotic then, just to be patient. I mean, Goodwill is gone, I just wanted to thank them for the really good work that they're doing. I don't know if you had the chance to eat from there yet, but I visit them a lot, and they had a prom over the weekend, and I went and it was fun. Oh my God, they're such a transformation. But anyways, I could brag and talk about them the whole time. Our senior citizens, I can't tell you thank you enough for the kind words and affirmation. I see you guys out there moving. I mean, you guys have more rhythm than I do. But so now that I see where you get it from, the bones are connected and all the ligaments are being taut. So you learn a trick or two. So I will be joining you guys. So next time, I'll be more flexible. But thanks again. Thanks for coming out.
Oh, okay,
That's
thanks. Okay, McConnell?
Nothing.
Okay, Vice Mayor?
I had an epiphany. The spring has sprung, but we haven't gone back to our morning prayer walk. So I want to see if we can put on calendar one morning, our 6:30 time, now that the sun is coming up earlier in the day, we can have our prayer walk. Can we put it on calendar for?
If that's the consensus of the council, be happy to do that.
I'm okay with it.
Just for those of you in the community, we have had about quarterly prayer walk where we start in the middle of town and walk from, I guess you say right next to the Presidente area, what's it called, those?
Plaza there?
The plaza area. We walk from there all the way down to Australian.
Australian.
And then up to the community center. Carrying our signs, pray for peace, pray for
Togetherness.
Justice.
justice. That's right. Pray for peace, pray for justice. But we could even create other signs. If you have a slogan we would like to use for our next prayer walk, let me know, and we'll create that poster as well. Because we love to see the praying unity in Mangone Park.
And I think we can start with laying hands on the town manager. We can start with that before we start marching.
Okay, anything else?
Again, we say thank you to our wonderful seniors. They've been so pleasant, and I love the way they support our events. All of our events, the seniors, we can depend upon them to come because they are active, they're lively, and they are definitely a part of our community. Thank you.
Yeah, well said. And I can't wait for 25 more years when I become a senior. I'm going to come.
25.
I'm there already. I just.
So
Okay, thank you so much. We're glad.
The
that you guys appreciate it.
Tuesday, Thursday class from 6 to 7 is for any age.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. All right. If there's nothing else.
Yes, there is.
Okay.
I just wanted to remind everyone if you could spread the word about the summer reading program. COST is the actual acronym for Choose One Student to Succeed, and we're running it June 9th through July 18th. It will be at the community center. We do have 17 students so far, but we need to try and reach at least 30 to 50. The hours are currently 8 to 2, but we're thinking of extending them for the parents that can't pick their kids up by 2 o'clock. We're very excited about it. There's a lot going on. We have 4 certified reading specialists and teachers from Palm Beach County School District, and we need volunteers that have been vetted in the system some kind of way. So if you know anyone that's a retired school teacher or something like that, please have them notify Town Hall.
Thank you so much for that information.
And happy Mother's Day to all of you that are moms.
Yes, absolutely. Happy Mother's Day.
Not to the dads, just the moms.
All righty. So if there's.
Dates? Oh, June 9th through July 18th. And there's the end of the 6-week field trip to Magic Kingdom this year.
Do you have to live in the town?
8 to 2.
Do you have to live in the town in order to attend?
Do you have to live in that town?
Priority is on Mangone Park residents,
Right,
but
I know that,
we.
but I'm just asking.
We don't turn them
No,
away.
the answer is no.
No, okay. That's what I was waiting on. Thank you.
All righty. So if there's anything else before we. Okay. If there's nothing else. Okay. So at this time, I thank you so much for your attendance and your participation. We appreciate it. At this time, we'll entertain a motion for.
I so move.
Second.
Has been properly moved and seconded. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Aye. Pose same sign. It is carried. Thanks so much and have a great evening and a happy
Do the
Mother's
same.
Day to
Happy
all.
Mother's Day.
Happy
Thanks.
Mother's Day, mothers.
I think that was that.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
You gonna make, Marque, you gonna make him leave? He's leaving.
What is? What?
No, Sergeant Gelati gave him homework. And if he doesn't give it to them, I'm
Okay,
leaving
call
him
me if you have
right
any
here.
questions, yeah.
Are you gonna give him the paperwork or not?
Sometimes you know that you sign out
Oh, no, no,
the way
no. I'm
that
just shutting down here, so.
I finally got it to work.
Oh, it's gonna take a minute.
Oh, I closed it because I didn't even shut it down. What's wrong with me?
Mine